This will be a day long remembered. Now I am the master.
Welcome to another episode of Legends and Theories. This is my review for Godzilla vs. Kong. And honestly, I don't really know what to throw up as footage because I really can't find that many trailers online for it that don't have someone else's mark on it. I try to get it around the official sites, but I really can't find any of those. I can only find the first trailer, and I just can't find that much. So I'm gonna just throw up game footage from some random game. Don't know what it is gonna be yet, but we'll see what it is. It'd be better if it doesn't have the copyright stuff on there, if my channel becomes big enough to deal with stuff like that. Okay, but continuing on, I honestly think that was a pretty good movie. I mean, of course, it's a monster movie, so it's not meant to be taken as the greatest movie ever. And honestly, I think that the main problem with these movies was something that one of the other channels pointed out. I don't remember which one. It might have been Honest Trailers or CinemaSins or something. I really don't know. I can't remember which video it was. It was one of them, but the worst part about these are the human characters. And I'd mainly agree. I really wasn't interested in that many of them. What really only sold me was the giant monster battles. And I thought they did a very good job with that. I did not watch the previous movie, King of the Monsters. I did see Skull Island and Godzilla, but it's been a while since I've seen them. But I still did enjoy this movie a lot. I think it was fun, and it's pretty good overall, I think. Honestly, the one way I would have changed it is a pretty major way I thought of this. Maybe a few minutes into the movie, I was like, oh, that'd be a cool idea to do the movie for. I was thinking, you do the classic story of King Kong, where they bring King Kong to New York, and he escapes. It goes through the classic King Kong story, but once he shot off the Empire State Building, he crashes down, but is perfectly fine, and ultimately does have to fight Godzilla because that is the last hope. And if they really wanted to have a scene or some stuff to justify Mechagodzilla being in this movie, I think it would have been great if the people behind bringing Kong to New York fully intended for this to happen, for Kong to go crazy and start destroying the city, so they could release their weapon and try to defeat him. But I honestly don't know how well that would go. I just kind of want to see the classic King Kong movie, which I feel like seems impossible now, since they've been both set up as heroes, and most likely wouldn't go attacking a city for no good reason. It doesn't seem like there's anyone that is willing to go mess with Monarch, I believe, to go create the events of King Kong. But either way, I feel like that would be a very interesting story to do. And I don't even think Mechagodzilla needs to be in it. If they did that story, and they could just save him for a sequel, and if King Kong dies in this version of the movie, it would be perfectly fine because, well, one, his story would be complete since they've redone the original movie, and it will leave the one that is more room for interpretation being Godzilla left alive, and maybe they can even have a thing where it's a twist, maybe in the end credits scene or something, that Kong is alive and is being brought back to Skull Island, or maybe even is brought to the Hollow Earth, or whatever it's called, But either way, I feel like that would be much more interesting to do. But I still think this movie overall was good. But that's just one really good suggestion I have. But then again, I'm not in movie making, at least yet. I would like to be, but since I'm not in it yet, well, I have nothing I can really do. That's just a fun suggestion I had. Going back to the movie, there are three things that really didn't make any sense I want to talk about. One is the fact that Apex wasn't able to figure out where that one podcast guy was. I'm sorry, I don't remember like anyone's name in this movie besides Godzilla and Kong and Mechagodzilla. If it's not one of those three characters, I honestly don't remember their name. The best I could get is the 11 actor and the kid from Deadpool. But besides that, I'm not really getting that good into it. Okay, so looking at it, going back to that after I have that quick explanation, the thing that makes sense is Apex wasn't able to find this one guy, even though through the newspapers we could tell they were trying to figure out who he was. But two little kids were able to figure it out, which makes almost no sense. That is not really realistic at all, and it would be really likely that guy would already be dead by now. Also, it's very unrealistic on a side note to that the one guy at the store was actually telling the truth, because when I first saw that scene, I thought he was just scamming them or something. That would have made a lot more sense, because that should not have worked. The second thing that made absolutely no sense, looking at the movie, is that Apex has the ability to create hovercrafts that could survive inverting gravity and create a Mechagodzilla, but cannot have a basic enough security system to be able to catch immediately when three intruders break in to their highly secure labs. That makes almost no sense at all. And honestly, this is like what I said to my one friend when watching the movie. This is like the Death Star guardrail thing, times like 10, maybe even more. It just makes no sense that such an advanced company would not have good enough security. The last thing that makes no sense is how Godzilla was defeated. He was defeated the same way the nuclear bomb was diffused in the final season. Sorry, it's not final season, season 2 finale of Gotham. I'm sorry, this is just too funny. It ends by tossing a liquid over a computer, which somehow disables it long enough for Godzilla to destroy Mechagodzilla. I'm sorry, but that's just ridiculous. That's I don't think that should ever work. Yeah, sorry, I can't stop laughing. You can see why this is ridiculous. I mean, that one got based on pure luck. Okay, let's just cut to my outro. I'm gonna tell you about some other stuff. On Thursday, I should have Act 2, Revenge of the Sith, releasing. I think I did a very good job with this story, and have a great cliffhanger leading into Act 3. Thank you for watching this episode of Legends and Theories. Please like the video, leave some comments, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends, and may the Force be with you.